Good morning, Flosstube. This is whip update number 18. I'm thinking about it. I only read it a few minutes ago. You'll see I'm in a new location. I have done very little stitching in the last fortnight. I have only done 8,000 stitches, 718 stitches. So I'd like to welcome everybody. Thank you very much to my returning subscribers or returning viewers, and thank you for anybody that's new. So if my camera moves today because I have it on a tripod instead of a table in front of me like I normally do, because Coco is wandering around. The first couple of days after we moved up here, she hid. I have finally worked out that I need to make sure that I pull the blinds at night, or she wakes me up at 6:30 in the morning. That's all my stitches that I did. So I had one non-stitchy day completely. I think it's when my stand was gone and the TV was gone. I had my chair and I just sat on my phone and played games. I only have 5 whips, so I'll start off with, you have to excuse me, I don't know what the lighting's going to be like here. I'll have to work out where I'm actually going to do my videos. So I was working on this last time. Actually, I think the lighting's quite good. And I just finished up this page, so I did all that stitching down there. It was a couple of thousand over a few days. This is Fortune Teller. If I will insert the cover image here, and if I have a before picture, I will stitch it. I will put it in here too. I'm not sure if I do have it or not, because I cleared out my phone the other day because I just had so many photos in it. It was astronomical. Right. So that is Fortune Teller is by Pain Free Crafts, and it's Luciana LaBelle, I think, is the artist. Don't quote me on it. Lack of sleep. So this is my day and night to Africa. I need something behind it. I wonder if I can put my other project. Hopefully you can see that. I finished off this first page. This piece, if I've got a before picture, I'll put it now, and I will put the cover picture in now as well, maybe a few seconds. So I finished that first page. I'm working across the top. I've reached the other side. As of last time, I have got a before picture because I'd only done the few rows above. So I finished that page off. So it gives me a good indicator if I work on each page. If I work on each page, I'll get right across and I'll have the first row of pages. So this is a retired pattern by Pain Free Crafts because they do quite often retire them. So how I find out that it has been retired is by the Facebook group, and Sarah always gives heaps of notice that she's going to retire something, which is really good. My next piece, okay, you see Coco, briefly. My next piece is no, leave the paintings. The next piece is my Spirit of Autumn. which is this piece. Put my arm behind it. I don't know if that worked because I'm right next to the window. I might have to change directions next time. I didn't want to face that direction, and that I think the lighting would have been better because I've got heaps of boxes that I haven't unpacked yet. So it's just Coco and I living here at the moment. Brendan is coming this afternoon. So I have cropped this. This is by Zero Machete, and I'm sure I butchered his name. So once again, sorry. And it's the spirit of autumn, and I have cropped it. Oh, Coco, are you going to say hello, Bubby? I don't know if she's willing to say hello because I've just grabbed her. So Coco's going to say hello. Say hello, Coco. Wave to all the people. She doesn't want to wave to all the people. Are you going to stay there? Really? It's going to make it tricky. My next... Oh, that's good. She jumped down. I still haven't found a place for putting all my projects, so it's going to be easy to get. I think at the moment the place that I'm thinking about is got heaps of paintings. This is my artwork above me. In my art degree, I did a lot of painting, so I have them everywhere. So the house looks a bit barren at the moment because all the paintings are on the floor. I have to decide where I want to put things due to lighting, and yeah. So this is my new start that Becky, I hope I get your Flosstube channel correct. It's Becky Got Craft. I will link her below. Has started this as well. So this is mini absinthe goggles by Jasmine Beckett Griffith. So I will add, so that's, I've done 4,700 and something stitches, 718 maybe. So you will see it again. I have just put it down because I wanted to work on Archer. I'll add the picture of the mini absinthe goggles here. Hopefully I will add pictures when I say I will. This is going to be a quick one this time. So I worked on this yesterday or last night. This is Archer by Esmira. It's a pain-free crafts. It is 25/1 full cross. Absinthe goggles is on 25 count 2, and it's 2/1 tint. My Spirit of Autumn is 23/1 tint. My Fortune Teller is 25 count 1/1 full cross as well. Absolutely love it. The coverage is amazing. I don't think I need 2 strands. And this is 20 count, and it's 2/1 tint. So yeah, this I started in October 2021, I think. Jess will be able to tell me if I'm wrong. Maybe it was 20. Yeah, I think it was October 2021. So stitching colours, my daughter Jessica, she's working on this piece as well. And the exciting part is that she is working from the top down. So when we put these together, you will be able to see the full image just about. So I will show you just a sec. Okay, it wasn't just a sec. I have been 3D printing while I've been up here because I bought a new 3D printer. So I have been making bag tags. I don't know how well that's showing. So they're quite thick, my bag tags. So the whole idea of this is I put a lobster claw in a ring, and I don't know where they are at the moment. So I have a whole bag full of them. I was going to take them to the retreat. So here's some silk ones. These are in a purple. But the most exciting ones at the moment are these are the rainbow silk. So this is off one roll. So you do 2 runs. I get 54. And there's a couple of foreigners in there. See? A purple one and a white one. So the first colour of the run will be the colour that it is, like it was gold here, and then it went to green, and then it's gone to orange and yellow, and yeah, and a green yellow, and so it's really cool. So this will be a short one this time. I'm sorry, I don't know how much stitching I will do in the next fortnight either, because I still have a lot of unpacking to do. Excuse me. Dave is coming up on Sunday. I'm pretty sure it was Sunday. Yeah, it's Sunday. And because the painters are going to be in our workhouse, they rang up Dave yesterday to ask him to leave a couple of beds because they're going to stay there, which I actually think is quite rude of them. And I said we don't have spare beds, and I said I do have an air bed here, and they'll just have to bring another one because quite frankly there's no cutlery or dishes, or the oven's going to be gone as of on Sunday. The dishwasher will be gone. Dave's leaving the jug there, and he's putting his lazy boy in the garage so he can have a coffee after he milks, and then he can do the rest of the jobs that he needs to do there, and then he can come home. So I assume he will be there most of the day. And then he goes on to once a day milking about the 8th of May, I think it is. He was intending on going earlier. I was intending on coming to the retreat. I thought until just a minute. Sorry about that. I decided I should grab my coffee since we're just going to sit and chat. So as I've shown you all my projects, so I understand if people want to leave. So I was intending on coming to the retreat. I even thought until Sunday it might still work. So we had a relief milker in the weekend because it was meant to be David's weekend off, and they rang up and called in sick on Saturday. So Dave milked after we'd been moving all day, so that was frustrating. I came up here on Saturday because I wanted to have a few days here by myself with Coco so she could settle down, and I think that was a really good choice because I really didn't see her the first few days. Coco, you cannot get that tag out. She is a bag of tags here and she's trying to get them out, and you can't get them out with your teeth either. I think I'm going to have to move them. No, she might lose interest. So she hid underneath the electric recliners for quite some time. And even last night when Dave was here, as soon as he arrived, she went and hid. And he sat on one of the electric recliners, and I said, you'll have to just tap it if you want to put your feet up, because I don't know where she is. So she was there. We had friends arrive on Anzac Day and they took our old spa pool, so it was really good to get rid of. It means there's a wee bit more room for other stuff that we can't fit in the house at the moment, or we might not fit. I have changed my setup at the moment because that day and night of Africa I want to put on a large scroll frame, and my Lowry stand tilts. It's got such a tilt at the moment. It looks as if the whole bar is tilting from the base, and due to the weight and the amount of time that I've used it. So I grabbed my Gus Creation stand and I'm going to stitch on that for a wee bit and see if I like it. I know I have stitched on it before and I found it quite uncomfortable and I had sore muscles, but I think that it was just due to my stitching wasn't the same angle as I was used to. So I'm going to use that for the next few days. And I also have a Dubco lap stand and a floor stand, and I have a needle need stand. So the needle need stand I was going to put my bigger projects on, but with my furniture I'm not sure it's going to work. It's not the right height, so we'll see how it goes. Excuse me. I think I'm going to play around with them. You may think I'm wearing lipstick today, which is really unusual for me. Not actually. I'm using a lip balm that's a coloured lip balm because my lips are really dry because we have a heat pump up here, and I find it a lot more drying than what I'm used to. I'm using a lot of moisturiser for my hands and things as well. So I think that's about it. Oh, Sandra was asking about could I show her what our gully looked like before and afterwards. I do have a few pictures, so I will insert them. I'm not sure it was that easy to get a picture of the gully beforehand, because you will see with the picture and it seems to just, you can see at the bottom of the hill that it's got a big dip, but this side where Dave took the photo, it goes straight down too. It definitely was a big gully, and now it just looks like a contoured hill, which is really good. It cost us quite a lot to get done. Friends offered in the weekend to help with our landscaping of outside, because we haven't done any yet. It's just grass, and I need to wash the windows. You can tell how dirty the window, so excuse that. But after all the cleaning and everything and emptying the house, at the moment the priority has been to unpack boxes. Dave brings boxes every second day, and then I unpack them, and then he brings more. So it does feel like an endless cycle. But I hadn't been sleeping very well because Coco was waking me up at 6:30 every morning, and I fixed it today. She didn't I woke up by myself at 8:15. So we have got blinds for the whole house, and I was thinking the blind towards Clutha area, which is east, north, south, east, west. It is east, I think. Southeast. She as soon as the sun rises, it comes in that window, and obviously if she knows the sun's up, it's time to get up. So I've been getting up at before 6:30. Look, this chair swivels. I'll try not to. And I have been getting up early and not going to bed until midnight because I'm here on my own. Not that I've been stitching. I have spent a lot of time on my 3D printer trying to get the layers correct, and that you don't have to auto level my new 3D printer, which is fantastic. Yesterday I moved my 3D printer into the spare room because then I don't hear it, and I also moved my computer to in the dining room. Is a desk in here. This is the dining room, the kitchen's just over there, the lounge is that way. So I will do a tour once all the boxes are gone. It's quite funny because I need to pace out. I feel that I'll do a lot of walking because where I actually sit to stitch, I think it's halfway between both bathrooms. So I even used my electric wheelchair the other day to come and get a coffee because I was just really unbalanced yesterday, and I think it was just lack of sleep. So I went to the toilet first thing and fell off the toilet. And you're thinking, how can you do that? And I think because my double vision was really bad and I had vertigo, and yeah, I didn't know where I was. So you have to laugh. I have my infusion tomorrow, so Jessica's picking me up, which is lovely of her, and she'll take me to my infusion and then she'll drop me off home again. The funniest thing is that Coco's robot litter machine wasn't rotating. Every time she went to the bathroom, it wasn't automatically emptying it, and I didn't understand why. And I was going, the blue light is on to say it's ready, but there's an orange light on it as well, and I've never had that before, and I couldn't understand why it was like that. So I had to search online, and when I set it up, I must have held the cycle button, and it was actually on standby. It was on an 8-hour standby, so if she went to the bathroom during the night, it wouldn't wake you. But because it's right next to the freezer here in the dining room at the moment, but it's not going to stay here. We have a mudroom, and we are getting the floor lifted in that, and it's got a hand basin in it as well, and a window, and it's got 2 doors, one door inside and one door outside. So we're going to remove the outside door, we're going to lift the floor, and we're going to put our little freezer in there and Coco's litter box in there, and put a cat flap so she can go out there as she wants. Means that I only need to have a glimpse at it and make sure that there's no flashing lights or anything, and empty it every couple of weeks. And since there's a hand basin in there, I really like the idea of emptying it and being able to wash my hands before I touch anything else. So we were going to convert it into a walk-in pantry, and I said to Dave, look, we're only 10 minutes away from town, from the supermarket. I said, I don't think we need a walk-in pantry. I think we just need to not have as much food stocked up as we always have had on the farm. So I'm sure I've bored you, I'm sorry. And it's a lovely autumn day here, so I will let you go. I will edit this, and then I'm going to sit and stitch for a while. So have a fantastic week. I'm sorry I haven't done a stitch with me yet, but I hope to do that in the next couple of days and upload it next week. Actually, I might even do it today because I will be quite sore after my infusion. Normally I have a sore shoulder and joints. So my toe has recovered from when I fell over and I broke it. It has been about 6 weeks and I thought it was never going to be better. But thank goodness it's not as bad walking. But this house feels a lot bigger than what we were in, and that was a 4-bedroom house and this is only 2. I think the difference is it's just we have a very big living area but not the bedrooms. So, and realistically you never went into the bedrooms that you're not using. So love the shower. We're on a pump here, so it means that we've got high pressure system, whereas we had a low pressure system, and it honestly felt as if you could go to the toilet faster than the shower. Yeah, there wasn't a lot of water. So the funniest thing is that the cleaners come on Sunday. They were intending on coming on Sunday and Monday, but they finished up on Sunday because we had done a lot, and before the cleaners came, Dave cleaned. It's like, what's the point of having cleaners coming if you're going to clean? The best thing is they clean my oven, which is really good because it's my oven, and they took the glass out of it and cleaned the glass, and it's like, wow. So I said to Dave that he wasn't allowed to bring the oven inside until he cleaned it. So I was talking to him last night and I said, yeah, you can bring the oven in and you can swap the one here out because it's only a cheap one here, but mine's an expensive one. So I said, yeah, we need to swap. And at the time I was going for stainless steel look, so the oven here is stainless steel, and I had a stainless steel fridge, but it died and I had to replace it, and I replaced it with a white one, and so my oven's white. So, but the dishwasher is stainless steel. We have to work out how to get, it's only a mini dishwasher here. We have to see how to get, if my one will fit here, because I'd prefer my one because it sterilizes really well. I'm sure this one does too, but it's not to the same extent. So, but apart from that, I'm sure you don't need to hear any of my other life stuff. All I can say is, here is a good tip. When you pack boxes, put all that room's items in the box. Do not go, oh look, I've got more room in this box, I'll just put a few more things from other places. Because when you unpack, then you have to walk to all those other places to unpack it. And I have found that quite frustrating because I have been tired. So yeah, normally I think it wouldn't have been a hassle. But all I can say is moving sucks, and I'm pleased it's nearly over. We've still got a lot in the garage. Dave hasn't done that yet. Brendan's portable office that he sleeps in is arriving today on a high-ab truck and trailer. It's got the crane on it. Dave was saying to me earlier on his calf shelter. He's going to see if the truck driver can bring that as well. So, and then we've got a friend helping him on Sunday to move the last of the things like the dishwasher, the oven, the dryer, that sort of thing. So we're nearly there, and all I can say is thank goodness. We still have technically we still have a month. That's why Dave doesn't have to have the garage done quite at the moment, but we did need to have the house because we said we'd be out by the 1st of May. And they're going to paint, I think, the aren't even going to paint the walls anymore. I think they're just going to do the ceiling, which I think is quite disappointing because it's very dated. It does. I hope they change their mind and decide that they are going to paint the whole house. And then they're going to get new cupboards and new vinyl. So have a fantastic week. If you've reached this far, thank you so much for watching, and I will do my stitch with me today to upload later, and I will see you in 2 weeks or longer. I can't see it being longer or less. Do you think I should do them weekly? I actually think 2 weeks is quite good, so I might stick at that actually. So thank you, bye.